Stephanie Clayton, EastEnder high school student and entrepreneur. Her brand, Clayton Customs, does the super cool stuff you may have seen around EastEnder beaches, neighborhood gear. So welcome, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm actually not a high school student anymore. I'm a university student.
Oh, university student.
Okay.
Shane.
Yeah.
I started it when I was in high school, but no. University now.
Oh, that's super exciting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome, cool. And so you grew up in the East End. Have you always been an East Ender?
Yep, I was born and raised in Leslieville, and it's been fun.
Awesome, cool. And then tell us a little bit about how the Clayton Customs story. Our dog is just chewing on
the recording
audio equipment right now.
Perfect.
Tell us a little bit about how Clayton Customs came about. Was this something that came through like during the pandemic, or like what's the background?
Yeah, so it was definitely created during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I had like just graduated high school, and I was at boarding school for 2 years. So when I came back, I was so bored. I had nothing to do.
Like the rest of us, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like in this limbo area of like I had nothing to do with my time. And because I'm immunocompromised, I couldn't really like work. No one could work at that point, but I especially couldn't work. And I was just playing around with apparel design, and EastEnders came to be, and it stuck around.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so you designed the logo like yourself, and it started with the EastEnder stuff, right? Is that?
Yeah. So I guess I started doing more so like custom stuff in small quantities.
Yep.
But after probably like a month of doing that, I was kind of bored of it. I still do it and I love it, but I definitely like to do the EastEnder stuff more. People really know me for that one logo, so that's really fun. And it just kind of came to be.
Naturally.
It wasn't like I had like a business plan going. It just kind of fell into my lap and I ran with it.
Awesome. And so when you first started out, obviously you got a lot of press, like I think Toronto Life, BlogTO. How did that come about? And when did you know that EastEnder was a hit? And what did that look like? Was it friends and family? And then it just kind of grew from there? And what was that looking like?
It's still kind of surreal. Like I still don't think of it as something that's that big, but then I'm walking around our neighborhood and I see like 3 or 4 people wearing it every time I go out, and
that must feel really cool.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. Like I remember the first time I ever saw someone wearing something. They were on a bike and they rode past me, and I was like, that's my logo. So back to your question. It's surreal, but when BlogTO picked it up and the news really started getting involved was when I was like, oh, people really like this. People think that what I'm doing is really cool.
And how did BlogTO pick that up? Was that like somebody reached out to you, or did they hear about it from someone else? Like it was somebody else came to them with saying this is really cool, what's happening in the East End? What was that like?
From my knowledge, they saw it on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
And they just messaged me, and I was actually in the hospital for a month at the time. And I remember seeing the message, and I was like, oh, I get admitted again in like a day for the rest of the month. And I have now all these orders coming in because of this BlogTO article that's out there.
Yeah.
So it was a crazy couple of weeks, but we made it.
Yeah.
We managed.
That's awesome. And then so at that point, I guess it was just like the pickup. 'Cause I remember when I bought my stuff, it was like just pick up at your house. And now, I don't know if you were in the side kitchen at that point, but now you're in like a few different places. So how's that changed a little bit?
Yeah, so I've been trying to continue to grow and kind of combine with some other stores and work with people on my pickups and stuff, especially now that I'm busy with school again.
Yeah.
It's become pretty hard, and now that school is back in person for university students. It's been weird. I love to see my customers, but it's just as convenient to have you guys pick up
wherever, right? Yeah, for sure. And that's when I think it becomes like a real business, right? Someone's kind of running without you, and I'm sure there's that disconnect where, you obviously, like you said, you get to see your customers, but then you get to grow too, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, just like, I guess, like you said, like meeting the customers is awesome, and I do love that, but yeah, it's definitely become more of a real thing where I'm like, oh, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, just doing it, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And so, what are you in university for? And is part two of that question is, are you planning on like growing this, like doing it full time, or is this more kind of like a side gig?
Yeah. So I am in school right now for psychology.
Okay.
And everyone who I say that to is like, oh, that's off brand, and I see that.
Yeah.
But like I said, this kind of fell into my lap, and though I love it and I'm growing it, I also have other aspirations and dreams and goals. So I'm doing school for psychology and want to be a teacher.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully maybe work in the East End.
Nice.
You can outfit the whole school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like, I love what I'm doing and want to continue doing it definitely, but I like to have a backup plan in case anything doesn't work out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Totally. So then, on that note, what is next for Clayton Customs? Like, what's the next, like year or two look like? And you mentioned you've got some Halloween signs coming up. Is that going to be something that you focus on, like each kind of Christmas, holidays, things like that? Obviously, you're to the neighborhoods. Like, what's the next year look like for you?
Yeah. So I do production as well, which is something that not a lot of people know. So everything I make is actually all of the logos are designed and produced in my house.
Oh, cool.
So that keeps me busy, very busy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't allow for a lot of outside creation, which is why I've kind of turned this into more of a family business.
Yeah.
And had my family come on and help me part-time as well. So hopefully with that help and with having my merch in stores now, and it's kind of selling itself, I'm hoping to continue growing, creating. I have a new sweater I just came out with.
I like
right
this.
now.
The beaches.
The beaches.
Jenny's a lifelong teacher.
I'm a lifelong
Are
teacher,
you?
and I'm new to Leslieville, but I like, I'm obviously an East Ender, but I like that. I was like the Ludi lifeguard. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
it's my sisters went to school down here, so the beach has always had a special place in our hearts, and it's so close to Leslieville. We're not combined, but
No.
We're neighbors.
Yeah.
we are
We're
neighbors.
neighbors.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, we live in Leslieville. Obviously, one of our main offices is here in the beach.
Yeah.
And it's like 10 minutes to get here.
It's so great because you get to utilize best of both worlds. Like Leslieville is amazing, and so is the beach, but they're very different. Like
You have that connection to
absolutely.
the water through the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurants, shops.
and shops in Leslieville.
Yeah.
And speaking of shops, I know you're at Una's store, the Side Kitchen, which
Yeah.
I love, and Una really goes out of her way to feature local female-run businesses. Where else would we find East Ender if we weren't at just the Side Kitchen?
Yeah. So during holidays, you can find us at East Toronto Coffee Company.
Okay.
Nice.
They're fantastic as well. Definitely recommend checking them out.
And are they on the Danforth?
Yes.
Okay.
But do they do that little pop up too on? Am I thinking of the right place? They do like a little. What's that?
Yeah, they do like they do pop up shops in the summer. And
Yeah.
I think they've had like a couple of different vendors there.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And then there's Kawan Coffee we're also in.
Okay.
And then we're working on getting into some other ones.
Awesome.
And you can also find, I do merch for small businesses, so you can find Clayton Custom made merch, just not with my own East End merch.
Yeah.
Right.
At
We're gonna have to do some stuff. TRG, East Ender,
Million
swag.
percent.
We're ordering new hats right now, but I think our t-shirts are kind of like okay.
We need
We'll come
some
up with something fun.
Yeah, 100%.
tubes.
Yeah, we do need some
Yeah.
tubes. We're actually just talking about tubes today.
Yeah, they're so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're comfy and it's tube season.
Yeah.
So that's something that you do too for companies or anyone who wants custom merch, that they just go to
Clayton Customs Facebook right
Okay.
now. The website's coming out in a week. I'm on reading week right now.
Ooh.
So
Oh, awesome.
We're going
Nice.
hard on the website.
Yeah. And that'll be a game changer too, right? It's just
Mhm.
because right now, so like you go to Facebook and order direct through you, like through Messenger, is that right?
Yeah, same with Instagram. I'm on there, but we're definitely more popular on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can find us there or Gmail.
Cool.
Any
Awesome.
of those. But the website will definitely streamline things a little bit better.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And so for Yuna, how did that relationship kind of develop, and how did she approach you, or was that kind of?
Yeah. So she approached me. It was actually right after the blog TO article came out.
Oh, cool.
And she was like, "Hey, I'm opening up a store near you. I really love what you're doing." And she told me a little bit about what she does and how her business is all kind of female creators and.
She's badass.
Oh yeah, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her and I love Uncle Chuck. I watch the podcast.
Oh, nice, awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Chuck is the homie.
Yeah. We love Chuck.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah, it's a good store to be a part of, and so like whenever I go into like the side kitchen, whatever they're carrying, I know is like really well made
Oh yeah.
stuff that's gonna
It's
last
well
a lifetime.
curated.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well curated.
Yeah, and she definitely knows her stuff too.
Yeah.
She knows a good quality product, and just I think the story behind her store is so cool too. Just how it's all female creators. I actually came out with a crew neck that was inspired by her. I like gave it to her for Christmas as a little thank
so
you.
nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's like my Empowered Woman Empowers Women hoodie, and yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Dolly loves that. She's like, I'm a woman.
You like my, yeah,
She's a
yeah.
Dolly.
We love Yuna.
And so you've come out with this beach line. Is this like something that like if I went to your Facebook, we could find
Yeah.
there? And then do you have any other neighborhoods that you have done already or you're planning on doing?
Yeah, so I have some designs coming out very, very soon.
Yeah.
I have an East York one, a Danforth one, a Riverside one, and so on and so forth.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been really fun to, in High Park,
Amazing.
branching
yeah.
out. I'm trying to branch
Leslieville,
out into
yeah.
like other neighborhoods as well, like the other end, even though they're,
Even though we know the
Less
East End is
fun.
in your heart.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. But they still need sweet gear. So.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They can rock Clayton customs.
Absolutely.
We accept
Yeah.
all areas of Toronto. We just know that we are superior.
Home is the East End.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I smell a shirt.
Yeah.
Home is.
Yeah. Awesome. And then was that kind of like by request, or were you just like, listen, like I want to, get all these neighborhoods, or like did you just have people saying, can you do our neighborhoods?
Yeah, so I just had people asking me like, we need East York merch, or we need Danforth merch.
Yeah.
And I think they also just like my story and stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll be able to support it and have me do all the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is great.
Why
Sure.
not?
Yeah.
And then
And Leslieville. I have a Leslieville shirt.
I was going to say the
Amazing.
most important one of all.
Yeah, exactly.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And then we got to meet your mom, Denise, and your pup, Saint.
Yeah.
So how was that division of labor, I guess, kind of split up? She's your business partner as well, and like what do you kind of take care of, or does she take care of?
Yeah, so I do most of the designing right now,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the time I'm studying.
Yeah.
And she helps me with the production and like all the ironing of the logos and printing. I do some of the printing too.
Yeah.
When I have.
And that's all in your house.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have like a huge basement, and it's just a production facility.
It's
or-
actually just a dining room. Yeah.
That's a supportive family right there.
Yeah, well, the material I use doesn't keep if you have it in like a damp place.
Okay.
Right.
As most people know, the East End basements are quite damp.
Yes.
So we can't keep them there.
So
Yeah.
we
it's just main floor hangout.
just main floor. Yeah, it's like right propped up against the stairwell. Yeah, it works.
It
That's
works.
awesome. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We were saying before we got on the camera, but like, a lot of brands, you'll get their things, and like after you wash them a couple times, the quality kind of fades a little bit. But I've had my East Ender stuff for over a year now, and the sweater still fits like the day I got it, and it's just like one of the most comfortable pieces that I have.
That's awesome.
And if wearing a hoodie was socially acceptable in every setting, I would always wear a hoodie. So.
And it would be your hoodie
Yeah, it would
that
be.
he would be wearing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's a plug. Amazing, cool. Well, we've got some rapid fire questions.
Ooh,
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
probably not.
Okay, cool. We have one person just absolutely freeze up, but really it's just whatever you think of. Obviously, East End would be, ideal, but if not,
Yeah.
then just any place that comes to mind.
Super easy, nothing to be stressed out about.
Yeah.
Easy Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Stephanie Clayton Customs, Rapid Fire, East End if you can do it, not necessary if you have.
Okay.
Favorite restaurant?
Ooh, Giorgio's.
Ooh, which?
We love Casa di Giorgio's.
Yes.
That's pizza.
Yeah.
Say what's your pizza? What's your favorite dish there? So it's pizza. Which kind of pizza?
I really like the margarita.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do have really great pizza.
They have really good pizza.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's totally underrated.
And really good gnocchi.
Yes. All their pastas. So good.
Favorite clothing store or clothing? I think we can.
Ooh. Me.
Yeah, I was like, this should be really
Customs,
easy.
yeah.
Do you go to a gym? Favorite place to work out?
I used to go to the Y.
Okay.
And that was good. I loved it. Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful Y.
The one on Cherry Street?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good looking Y. Favorite coffee shop?
So many. Oh. I like Deneen, but I also really like Mercury.
Oh
yeah, Mercury's great.
Yeah. Best burger?
Well, I'm a veggie burger gal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I really like the Burger Priest. I know
Oh.
that's not necessarily small, but
Doesn't
No, no.
matter.
they're
It's-
Canadian.
It's delicious.
And they started
It's so
small.
good.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
delicious. Best pizza?
Casa di Giorgio.
Casa di Giorgio. Okay. I'm gonna skip a few because they're more of like alcoholic beverages. Favorite bakery?
That's a hard one. There are so many good ones.
Yeah.
I really like Bonjour Brioche.
Yeah.
Their French bread. So good.
It doesn't get better than Bonjour Brioche. That's why that's like the number one reason we're so lucky in the East End is because we
Yeah.
have Bonjour Brioche.
Oh yeah.
Your favorite takeout food?
Anything and all. Let me think about that one. I really like sushi.
Yeah.
It can be from anywhere, honestly.
Not even picky.
I'm not picky about
Okay.
sushi. No, there's so many good ones in the area.
There really are.
Yeah.
We really like Jez.
Jez is
This
really
is
good.
so good.
And they just moved. You can actually go like eat in there now.
It's
They
beautiful.
took over. What was the place they took over? Big-
Core
The
Korean.
Korean fried chicken place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They took over that space.
But it's like so good.
Jez is really good.
Jez is good. And then Maru is like.
Yeah.
You got Maru's.
Have you been to Maru?
I have. It's really good.
It's really
Wild.
insanely good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
You passed with
I
flying
did?
colors.
That's it. Yeah.
We've had adults crumble like grown
Yes.
men crying in the corner.
Yeah.
Can't get the
Just
rapid,
shaking.
Can't
Yes.
get the rapid fire together.
Matt Foster, who works with us, like he was so confident. He came up with his partner who runs East Toronto 100 Guys Who Care, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, I got this. Let me step up. And
I'll go first.
And then we're like, favorite restaurant. He just froze, and he did. I think he said like Subway or something.
He said something up in
Yeah.
Tobermory. And
Yeah.
I was like, Tobermory? There's nothing to eat between here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much for taking the time
Of course.
to chat with us. We obviously love your gear. We're just showing off the new swag that we got too.
And we're gonna do some TRG stuff. Seriously,
We
like,
would love to do that, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then anything else that you want to plug, promote, talk about before we close off?
Yeah, I guess follow me on Instagram. It's
Yeah.
at Clayton Customs.
Awesome.
With 2 S's. And then our Facebook's at Clayton Customs.
Yeah.
And watch out for a website.
Coming soon.
Coming very, very soon.
Website's coming soon. Do you know the domain that you've scheduled? Because
Yeah.
by the time this probably comes out, your website will probably be up and like glowing.
Yeah, it's an easy one. It's claytoncustoms.shop.
Dot shop.
Perfect.
Very cool. Any events you're doing that are coming up?
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed. Okay, fair enough.
To
That's
be
fair.
determined,
Yeah.
you know,
To
you'll
be
see it
determined.
Yes.
on your Instagram.
Exactly. Watch for my Instagram for all things news related.
Amazing.
Perfect. And watch out for the TRG because we're gonna have like the sweetest pasta stuff.
Yes.
Love it.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank
cool.
you.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. That was great.
That was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
great.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much.
You nailed it.
Yeah, you did nail it. Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
Thank you.